What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to your AI Builder Circle Learn Track. Today is the first session. This is the first live call, first of many. And listen, Steve's got you guys from here on out. So without further ado, Steve Bayonne, you got the floor, brother. Rock him out.
Appreciate you. All right, guys, listen, everything that I say is going to be transcribed into the your portal as part of the course. So if you want to take notes, great, you're a note taker. But either way, you're going to have access to PDFs and access to everything that I've said also. So by all means, take notes, but you're gonna have downloadable files. All right. So welcome to the AI Builder Circle Learn Track. All right. So this course is designed to help you go from feeling uncertain about what to build with AI to having a clear and confident idea you're excited to bring to life. Okay. So this isn't necessarily 4 weeks, guys. It's going to be 4 sessions. So I'll have the rest of the dates for you guys tomorrow. So throughout the 4 sessions, you're also going to have homework, and there's going to be just a lot of accountability, right? Just be honest about it. Try to get the stuff done before the next session because we're stacking the course and we're going to keep moving. All right. So over the next 4 sessions, we're going to take a look through a guided journey to help you understand how AI agents work, explore real world examples, discover problems that are worth solving, and then prepare your ideas to eventually build your own app or tool for that problem. This is what we're here to do. Okay. So here's what they expect over the next 4 sessions. So session one, which is tonight, I'm going to introduce you to the concept of AI agents. I'm going to give you a wide range of examples, both business and personal, to spark your imagination. Okay. And I have a little bonus I threw in too. Session two is going to help you identify meaningful problems you care about solving. All right. We'll guide you. It'll be guided brainstorming, an imagination loop framework to shape your product idea. All right. We're going to get into that tonight, and that's going to be part of your homework. So when you do the homework and you come back, only the people that do the homework will gain the most out of session two. And then only people that do the homework from session one and two will gain the most out of three. And you kind of get where we're going with this, right? Don't procrastinate. You paid your money, get your money's worth. All right. And then session three is about mapping your first agent. Okay. We'll begin to think about our user flow and what your agent will actually do even before writing a single line of code. This is important. I see a lot of people jumping into code and it's like you don't know who the client is, you don't know what particular questions to ask. You may not have marketing and advertising skills. Like all of this matters when you're building a product at the end of the day. It's not as simple as an agent prompt, right? You got to think a little bit. So this is where we're going to start to dig a little bit. And in session four, the final session will help you prioritize features and prepare you for building while also showing you what's possible with free tools that you've all signed up for. Now, if you got the email and the prior messages, there were some tools that you guys needed to sign up for. Drop a 1 in the chat if you did, drop a 2 if you didn't. And then pay attention to the chat, everybody, and just be honest about it, guys. Okay, so whether you're brand new to tech or you're already exploring AI, this particular course will meet you from where you are and get you ready to take the next step as a builder. All right, so let's get started. How did it look in the chat?
All ones, and we have two twos.
All right, twos maybe got it late. Like guys, please let's stay on course. But that's going to be part of your homework anyway. So there's still another shot. So welcome to session one of the AI Builder Circle Learn Track. All right. So over the next 4 sessions, we're going to move from idea to clarity on what you want to build using AI. And today, AI is about showing you what's possible and helping you start thinking like a builder. All right. So you don't need to be a developer to build with AI. You just need to understand what AI agents can do and how they fit into your life or business. Right. I don't want you guys to think that this is monetary, your life or business. All right. So let's start with a simple question. What exactly is an AI agent? And then for those of you who didn't take the course last year, I think we might have dropped the AI agent course inside of the AI Visionaries Network. If you didn't take it, just go through it. It's a real short, easy course. This was a while ago. So if you need a refresher that goes a little bit deeper than this, then I would say go back there. But that's a good start point. All right. So what is an AI agent? All right. So let's start with one of the most important foundational ideas in this program, understanding what an AI agent actually is. So at its core, guys, an AI agent is a digital assistant that can act independently based on a set of instructions or logic. All right. But what makes it more powerful than just a chat box or automation is that it follows a loop. And we call that loop, and you can write this down, an agent loop. This will be in your coursework, but it's called an agent loop. All right. So an agent loop is this: it goes sense, think, and act. Sense, think, and act. All right. So I'll tell you what it is. So sense is nothing more than input. It receives something, right? Like a question, a voice command, or a form submission, or an event trigger. That's the input. That's the sense. Now, the think is also called a process. It analyzes what it received, it interprets it using logic or AI, and it figures out what needs to be done. That's think. The final loop is the act. That's called the output. It takes action, right? That might be sending a response, trigger a task, organizing data, or even making a decision. That's the output. So we have sense, which is input, think, which is process, act, which is output. And you'll have this chart that you just make this your friend, guys. This is the basis of it. So instead of just responding to a prompt like ChatGPT, right? A true agent is capable of completing a series of tasks without you needing to manually tell them every single time. Y'all see the difference, right? So chat is not an AI agent, okay? It's not working for you consistently as needed, right? It's make a prompt, it gives you a response, and it's kind of linear. So that's the relationship with Chat GPT. All right. So let's look at what they can actually do. So AI agents can, and you'll have a list of this also, write content like emails, blog posts, lessons plans, or course outlines. They can provide summaries, answers, or recommendations, handle customer support conversations or FAQ responses, move information between tools like Google Sheets, Notion, and Trello. And these are all apps that you guys should have signed up for, so you'll get to know what each of these are. Monitor a calendar or task lists and send reminders. Onboard a new client, student, or team member with an automatic step-by-step instruction. Personalize experiences based on someone's goals, behaviors, or preferences. Send alerts or notifications when something happens or something important happens. It can automate internal workflows like reporting, file handling, or status updates. It can even help you write or run code. All right. So we're entering a time where people are using these tools to replace time-consuming tasks. So I just gave you a list. It's just really just a spark. It does a lot more than what I just mentioned, but hopefully something could just kind of resonate. But at the end of the day, guys, it's really just a tool to replace time-consuming tasks. So you create new revenue streams and even build full products or businesses. This is exactly what Champ and I are going through right now. We are utilizing the technology to take the easy stuff off our plate, automate that process, and in turn, it allows us to have more time to focus on things that are actually making us more money or things that are going to make the business grow and become more efficient. All right. So we gave you an article last week. Maybe it was Accenture, who had how many thousands of employees? 5,000. They had them all trained and working with AI generative. It basically took their task away, and they didn't lose their job. But what they did was when they took the tasks away, they all got to work on different aspects of the business, and they showed billions of dollars in gains during the time. So AI is not here to replace people. People who use AI will replace people initially first, right? So don't think that these companies could just have this terrible customer service that's like can't read a room, can't figure certain things out. Like it's not going to work like that for every company. And we've seen it. We've seen countless companies get rid of customer service staffs, and then they had to bring them all back on again. All right. So it sounds great, but it's still not there fully yet. There are functions that within the company that is good, but you can't really replace like full customer service if it's not one of those like you don't have a complex business, right? If it's like a yes or no. So when I went to get these glasses, LensCrafter or wherever, whichever place I went, gave me a automated way to book, an automated way to update or change, and they were in communication with me the whole time. Automation. Hey, your glasses are ready. And I'm like, wow, this is great. I didn't have to speak to anybody. I set my appointment. It worked. That's a simple business. Steve just needs an appointment to check his eyes. There's no like, oh, well, where's the cancel button? Or It said it. Steve goes in, then he comes back, and then they kept giving me updates from there. So simple processes, simple customer service businesses, no problem. But if you have complexity and layers to your business, then it can create an issue. All right. Now, so when you hear the word agent, think beyond a chatbot. All right. That's low level. Think of a self managed helper that can handle entire flows of activity. And today, you don't even have to be a coder to build them. That's where we're at. Okay. So that's what an AI agent is. Now we're going to move on to part two. These are real world examples across different industries. All right. So now that we understand what AI agents is, something that senses, thinks, and acts, I want to help you start thinking like a builder by showing you how these agents are showing up in real world, builds all across different industries. All right. This is going to definitely help you guys. And again, you guys are going to have access to everything I'm saying right now. So even if you miss something, trust me, I've organized this fully. So instead of just listing a bunch of examples for you to copy, I want to teach you some simple ways to recognize where AI agents are already being used and how to spot opportunity to build your own. All right, so let's start. Every industry or role involves a combination of inputs, processes, and outputs. Okay, just to go over it again, inputs are things like a form or forms, questions, requests, data, or user messages. Processes are how that input is analyzed or handled. Okay. This could be sorting, summarizing, responding, or taking agents. Now, outputs are what the agent delivers. It delivers a message, a document, a recommendation, or an automated task. Drop a one in the chat if you guys are keeping up with this so far. And listen, if you're lost, just put a two. You can drop your question in there. I could, I don't want anybody lost at this point because we're stacking.
All ones.
No problems. Love it. Okay. So if you ever feel stuck, ask yourself this and write these questions down, guys. And this would be part of your homework too. What are people asking you for in this space? What decisions or steps usually follow? And what's the final action or result they're trying to achieve? Okay. That's a simple line of thinking, guys. Input, process, output is exactly how companies are building agents today. Okay. What are people asking for in this space? What decisions or steps usually follow? What's the final action or result they're trying to achieve? Champ knows this all too well. I always say, Champ, every single day, it doesn't matter what the task is, who's our customer, who's the client, what are we looking to achieve? This was before I even knew that there was this terminology assigned to it. And you remember, guys, I told you what my background is in respect to learning, right? I'm not sitting here reading books all day and nerding myself out like that. This is just kind of things innate from doing this for 3 decades. I kind of gained, had a good, strong sales background. So if anybody is good at sales, you're going to be okay at building something for the end user. They go hand in hand, right? If you're like terrible at sales and you're scared, you're going to probably find some bumps in the road, right? That means you're avoiding customers, right? If you want to be successful in life, they tell you be a salesperson. It doesn't matter what you sell. You start to understand human behavior. You start to study process and see how things are built if you're curious like that. Sales is, and it's the one place that you could have unlimited earning potential depending on the position. All right. So I have a strong sales background. All right. So that's a simple line of thinking: input, process, output. All right. So healthcare, this is how it looks for that same input, process, output. I'm going to go through a couple industries. So the input for healthcare would be what? Patient systems is entered into a form. The process is AI compares symptoms to known patterns. The output is a list of possible conditions to share with the doctor. Pretty easy, Champ.
Very.
That's it. When we start to minimize what we look at, we can kind of concentrate on the foundation. Then we slowly start to open up. Okay. Now we're going to go into education. Input, a lesson or concept a student doesn't understand. That's the input. The process, AI breaks it down by grade level or learning style. And the output is what? A personalized explanation or practice quiz for that particular person tailored to their needs. Teachers don't do that now. I can speak for the school my kids are at. If you lost in the sauce, you better go get a, what's that thing called, Mira? Executive functioning coach. God knows how much they cost. Or tutor. And they have another option in house for school, but that's neither here nor there. So this is why I feel AI is going to change the educational landscape. It can keep adjusting and learning your pattern, where the mistakes are happening, better explanation. Teachers don't really have the time for that though. Right? So teachers are going to have to work alongside AI in the future or find themselves like done, clipped. In customer service, here's the input. A user submits a complaint or issue. What's the process? AI routes it based on urgency and content. And then the output is the user gets a solution or an update, and the company gets a record of the issue. This is what's happening now. Okay. So in real time, we know what's going on. Everybody's having their needs met. All right. So let's bring it back to you now, guys. So whether you're a coach, a freelancer, a parent, a teacher, a student, doesn't matter. Your life already runs in this loop. Drop a 1 in the chat if you believe that your life is running in this loop as we speak. And put a 0 in the chat if you've never heard of this loop before. A 0 if you've never heard about this loop before. So all y'all heard about this? All right. So you receive an input, a need, a task, a question. You process it. You figure out what to do with it. You act. You respond. You deliver. You follow through. That's what we do every day in our lives. AI agents don't replace this. They support it. Y'all following me? They're not here to replace it. They're here to support it. Okay? And now you have the power to design an agent to do the same kind of thinking and action for you. So what happens? You free up your time. And when you free up your time, you kind of pour other things into your life. All right? This is where it gets good. So as we move into a brainstorming and identifying our own use case, I want you to focus on your day-to-day tasks, right? Your pain points, your responsibilities, not just a business owner or a builder, but as a person. Okay, so just remove your business, remove your career, none of that. That's where the most impactful agents are going to come from. So all my stay-at-home moms, like all you guys do is solve problems. You guys are the number one innovators in the world because you know the needs of everybody in your household and your greater community at the end of the day. So you should have 1,000,001 problems that come up every single day that are repetitive. That's where you start. I got it? All right, figure it out. We're done. No, I'm joking. All right, so here we go. Let's bring this. Let me give you some real world examples. All right, so agents aren't just for tech startups. In fact, most useful agents solve small but meaningful problems in everyday life. All right, so let's start with this is going to be examples, and you're going to have all of this, guys. It's going to be on the course. So, business and creator world. All right, so a lead qualifier agent. This is a particular person. It reads from submission, it decides who's a good fit, and it sends them to a CRM. This is like content management stuff. If you don't know what this stuff means, I would encourage you guys to Google a lot of these terms if you're new to business. All right, they'll be right there. Do not pass over this if you don't know what something means. Just go to chat, say, hey, what's a CRM? You got it. A content repurposer agent. So you upload long form video and it automatically turns it into tweets, threads, YouTube descriptions, and blog summaries. Champ, you know how much time this stuff saves us, right? We have AI agents that could literally chop up all our videos into small, bite-sized situations, put captions on them. We could add AI B-rolls to it. It could even post it to Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all at the same time. We're already using AI agents, right? A customer service agent, a customer support agent. If it answers FAQs, it sends links and it follows up when people don't respond. These are all what agents are doing, guys. All right. A newsletter assistant. It pulls links from your favorite sources and it formats them into a weekly email draft. So just think about it. If there's a particular topic that you like and you kind of search the internet for that topic, you can have an agent that can literally get the topic for you and deliver it in the way that you need it, whether it be through a text message or email address. That can save you a lot of time. Okay. Think outside the box, guys. It doesn't just stop here. I'm just trying to spark imagination. So this is for the stay-at-home moms or dads. Okay. A meal planner agent, right? This is your input. What's in the pantry? It gives you the recipe, nutritional facts, and a grocery list if you need more things. Drop a one in the chat if that's going to make sense for a lot of people. Okay. A family calendar assistant. It syncs your school and activity calendar and it sends you morning reminders with the day schedule. We have a chore tracker. It lets kids check off chores, gives them star points, and sends them progress updates and sends the progress updates to parents. That's a good one. A budget coach agent. It connects to shared spreadsheets, tracks spending, and gives weekly check-ins. Okay. So next we have, this is for family and kids, a homework helper. Your child types in their topic. It gets a short explanation, a quiz, and a learning prompt. And this is something I'm looking to build in our household before the next coming school year. So when we understand the kids' curriculum and where they're at, we can load up that curriculum or as much of it. We could even take the data from whatever books that they give, put it inside of the chat box. So anytime our students run into a problem, our kids run into a problem, they can go right to their AI chatbot. It knows all of their stuff. And then they just start asking questions. It can give them quizzes. It can, if it'll know if you get a certain grade on a quiz that you're not ready, then it can curate the information that you're missing and it'll help you connect the dots for that information. So I don't know why we're still paying for private school, but that's another conversation. This is how you better prepare yourself. And this is not just for children. Just start to think about how it can help you even in your position at work. All right. And the bonus I got for today, y'all going to see exactly how we're going to utilize it at the academy. All right. So we have a bedtime story agent. It can get weird, guys. All right. So enter the child's favorite animal or themes, and it generates a fresh bedtime story each night for your child. This would have been good when the kids were younger, you know? But it kind of puts the books out of commission a little bit. I'm not saying to not buy good books. I'm just telling you that this is an idea of how people can use an AI agent. And imagine if you use your voice in one of the apps that we're going to give you, and it can literally read the child a bedtime story even without you saying a word. Again, it can get a little weird. I'm not telling you not to connect with your children. I'm just telling you that you could kind of take a break some nights if you didn't want to do it. All right. And then you customize the story to bring your child's name into the story, which is another connection point that's usually not made with books. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Walt, I see you shaking your head. Walt got a couple ideas. I see it. I'm feeling it now. All right. I told you, you signed up for the right class, guys. I'm kind of mad I underpriced it, but you guys okay. The next wave, they're going to get it. All right. A birthday gift recommender. So add the age, the interest, a budget, and it offers ideas and links to buy instantly. Imagine that. Right? No more guesswork in this stuff. A learning buddy agent. So it tracks your child's weekly learning and sends them suggestions for educational games or apps that they can use to better assist them. Personal development, I added this last minute. So personal development, this is health and wellness. So we have a daily mindset motivation agent, right? It delivers personalized morning messages with affirmations, gratitude prompts, and focus goals based on your current mood or input form. Wellness tracker agent. It collects daily check-ins for sleep, stress, hydration, screen time, then sends gentle nudges and tips to improve once an area each day or each week. All right. So it's just kind of holding you accountable. We have a guided journaling agent. This one's a good one. It sends a unique journaling question each night via email or text. It collects your entry and offers a weekly reflection summary using your AI. So, guys, just because it starts an email doesn't mean it stops there. It can take the prompt from wherever you go. It'll grab that and it could transcribe it into an app, into a file, a form, however you want the output. It can be done. If y'all come up with zero ideas after tonight, then let's talk about it after session 4. And then the last one would be self-care scheduler agent, right? It builds and maintains a rotating self-care calendar based on your chosen activities: nature walk, stretching, hydration. What's my wife likes to do? Clay. She likes to put a clay mask on the kids and like just pull the stuff out. Benzonoid. Is that it?
Yeah.
I said it right. Things like that.
Bentonite
Right?
clay.
Yeah.
Bentonite.
Bentonite clay.
That one. That's what I said. Don't play with me. But you see where I'm going with it? So now you can, the things that you say over and over, you can start to automate it. It starts to give alerts. And then it's like, it's Sunday is wellness day at the house. And everybody knows what they need to do. Everybody's face looking crazy. Can't even move it. Bentonite clay. All right. So now we get into the beginner's toolkit. These are the 8 tools to power your first AI agent. All right, guys. So for those of you who've done it, you're cool. For those of you who didn't, it's going to be part of your homework anyway. We're going to fly over this. So the goal here is to help you see AI agents can live in any world, not just adjust in the office. Okay. They can help people who feel less overwhelmed, more organized, and more empowered. This is what it's about. Okay. So you don't need to build a $1 billion startup to succeed with AI. You can build something small that solves a real problem for yourself, your family, your community. And that's more than enough to start. So guys, give yourself grace. Don't put dollars and cents on any one of these ideas. I would literally start one that doesn't require dollars and cents, just to get that first build, just to buy yourself time to be able to work on what you need to work on. All right. So we have to figure out what those repetitive tasks are. Everybody on here has said, damn, I wish I had such and such, right? Damn, I wish I didn't have to go to the grocery store. Guess what? You don't. You can jump on an app. Somebody else could buy the food for you and they could get delivered to your house. That was somebody that was thinking. They used the same loop that we use to come up with that particular application. And it's still working. So we have number 1, ChatGPT, OpenAI. There's a free version. Guys, you'll have this in the course. No problem. So I'm just going to kind of breeze over it. I'm not going to give you every case use, but it asks it to brainstorm names for your agent idea, write a welcome message for your app, draft workflow, emails, and FAQs. This is what some of the many things you can do with chat. The next one you're going to get is Claude AI, right? Some of you guys are using this too. So similar, it's free. Everything has free and paid, right? And it's going to determine how far you want to go with it. So you can paste in Claude, you can paste long documents like a course transcript and get a clean summary. You can ask it to simplify your agent concept into a one-liner for a website. It shines with long content. This is what this is known for. Use it when you want a second option or a clearer breakdown on something. So all those big doc connects, those documents that are inside the academy now, you could put those through that, and it can start to summarize it for you. Okay. We have number 3 is going to be Zapier. This has been around for a while. It's a free version. You get a certain amount of tasks. This is like if I had to compare this to anything, it'd be like Chainlink, right? It could kind of connect a lot of different things in cryptocurrency. So this one's been around for a while. All right. When someone fills out a form, Zapier sends you a Slack alert. It automates emails when task is marked complete in Notion, right? So everything works with each other. And we're going to start to see how those things intertwine. Depending on what you're building, you may use 1, 2, or maybe none of them. All right. It also helps you connect the dots. If your agent gets info, Zapier helps decide where that info goes next. So it's like a middleman. It's a bridge. Make sense? We have make.com. There's also a free version. The real world case use for this is it builds a visual workflow. It says if someone submits a form, summarize their answer and store them in Google Sheets. It also can send automated onboarding emails after the user signs up. So it makes it more visual than Zapier, and it's great for beginners who like flowcharts and drag and drop logic. All right, so this one is a beginner friendly version of Zapier. You guys could kind of decide. I would play around with all of them. Okay. We have Notion. Okay. There's also a free version, real world use. It keeps all your agent ideas in one place. This is the place that you can start. Let Notion AI summarize your weekly meetings. Use it to track your project milestones and deliverables. So if you really want to organize yourself, this is the one. All right. Notion becomes your digital brain. Think of it like a command center for your agent notes, plans, and updates. This is where you guys should start. All right. We have Replit. We talked about that. It tests simple code examples, no setup needed. Eventually, you can build out more advanced versions of your AI agent. You can collaborate with developers if needed. So even if you aren't ready to code now or yet, we want you to see what's possible. So Replit gives you a no fuss way to start building when you're ready. All right, that's my go to. Thank my wife for that. She watched a YouTube interview and then she shared it with me. Then I shared it with you guys, and that's how I found Replit. So the power of a share, it's important. And more so when it comes from somebody that you kind of like trust. Like she wouldn't watch this whole thing and send me like craziness. There was gems in there. Google Docs, Sheets, and Forms. Yeah, I got that. Right. We kind of been in that world already. But again, these are old school tools that still work. Think of them as a foundation for testing ideas before automation. Tally.so, this is type form, real world use. It builds a wait list. And again, you guys are going to have all of this. It builds a wait list sign up form. It can create a quiz that tells users what kind of agent they should build. So Tally is basically like a Google form on steroids. It's sleek, it's fast, it's free. Um, and they'll show you how to connect it to other tools. So everything here is interoperable. That's a key word inside of cryptocurrency, not just well, not just cryptocurrency. It's for AI too. All right, multiple things that work together without nonsense. All right. So these are 8 tools that I like to call the starter toolkit. All right. So you don't need to master all of them right now. Just start getting familiar with them. So that's part of your homework. As we go through the course, we'll introduce when and how to use each one based on your ideas. Now, it's going to be based on your ideas. Like I said, what Champ does, I may not need some of the tools he needs. So the idea is going to be based on what tools you're going to use. All right. So don't be like, I got to know all of this. No, you don't. You just have to be familiar with all of them. And then once you start to build, it'll tell you which one. All right. Now, for now, I recommend that you sign up for all of them this week when we get off the call. If you did it already, great. Use the free versions. By the end of this journey, you'll know how to link the tools together to bring AI agents to life. Guys, in the homework assignment too, if you did them already, just go to the homework assignment. I dropped some tips in there, how to bookmark, how to add things to a folder on your mobile. It's all about organization now. I don't know what you know or don't know, but I can tell you that common sense is not so common. All right. And I'm saying that with love. I've been doing this for a while. Champ will tell you, I keep a tight shift on this side. You want to automate the way you make money. We're at a point in life where the speed of money, the velocity of money can move fast. But if your systems aren't in place, you're going to find yourself blowing on that Nintendo cartridge a couple times a day. And you remember we damn near used to pass out, right? Don't be dumb. Your competitor will blow by you. All right. So here's the last part, guys. And this, I threw this in. I was going to, let me not even go. It's called a Skyton Academy Course Companion AI Agent. All right. So let me flow, and then I'm going to ask you guys for some help. So I want to introduce something to you guys that I'm really excited about, right? So over the next couple sessions, you're going to watch me build a Skyton Academy Course Companion AI Agent. All right. It's not just a product idea. This is going to be a real tool for every single student that's a member of Skyton. Okay. So it's designed to help you get the most out of the academy experience. So I know for a fact that one of the biggest challenges for our students is what? Finding time to stay consistent, to navigate all the course content, to stay focused on their learning goals, to get through all the goddamn dot connects and members only calls. I got it. I got it. We're doing a lot. So that's why we're going to build you a personal AI assistant that does three major things. The first thing it's going to do is going to keep your ass on track. All right. It'll remind you what to watch, what you've completed, what's coming up based on your activity and learning goals. Number two, it's going to save you time. You'll be able to summarize Skyton Academy's long form videos like our AI for breakfast talks or masterclasses. And even if you missed a session, you'll still get the key insight minutes. We looking good so far? There we go. And then you could answer questions and offer motivation. So think of it as a personalized learning assistant. So you'll be able to ask it questions or courses, questions about your courses, get motivational prompts, and receive guidance on which topics to study next. Okay. This agent isn't just an idea, it's going to become a real tool for all of you guys at some point. And then during this learn track, you'll help shape what it looks like because I'm going to need your help. So what features it has and how it helps the entire academy. So why this project? One of the biggest challenges our students face is time to study, time to review, time to stay consistent. So we're going to solve that with the AI agent that sends weekly reminders based on course progress, summarizes long-form video lessons so students can review faster, offer personalized Q&A support using Skyton knowledge base, tracks completed modules and gives motivational nudges, helps students get more value out of every course. All right. So check it. The reason for this, guys, and you guys are going to have a personal AI agent that's working on your behalf for the academy, built by the academy, assisted by you guys, which is the first group. Okay. So what that means is what we're going to do in the background is we're going to load all our courses into this AI agent. So we have to build logic. We have to give it input. So every single course is going to go in there. Every video is going to be transcribed. So when you ask a question, hey, can you tell me what lesson the CoinMarketCap information was on? Boom, get you right to it. Could even give you the answer right there if you want it. You see where I'm going? That's the biggest issue. There's so much things you don't know where to find it. Can you summarize what Champ said about the Ledger wallet? Boom, synthesizing in real time. Now you guys don't have to search for things. This is happening in real time. Don't be dumb. Like, just, it's an assistant, right? It's not supposed to trade for you. It's not supposed to, like, you don't want it like taking over everything where you're like not like paying attention, right? But use it for what it is. It's a time saver. Okay. I still want you guys to go through the courses. I still want you guys to take the quizzes, but I don't expect everybody to retain all the information right away. So if you need help with something, all you have to do is ask your agent. And every bit of content that we've done since the beginning of time that's in the course is going to be uploaded into this database. So it should be able to, with AI and logic and learning and reasoning and all that, give you exactly what you need. Period. So it's like having Champ and I at your disposal 24/7. A combination of both of us. Actually, probably better, smarter, because if you ask me where it was, I'd be like, yo, go figure that out. Champ will tell you where it's at. I won't. I don't hold that data. I built it. You got to figure it out. I mean, we both built it, but you just got to figure it out. He's just a lot better at that than I am. I want to hold you guys accountable and not hold your hand. Yeah, I get it. So no hand holding here, guys. There's a price for that, but I'd rather build an agent for y'all. All right. So by the end of the 4 sessions, you're going to understand what makes the AI agent work. What are the 3 things, guys? Input, process, output. How to map your own agent using real tools like ChatGPT, Zapier, Replit. Okay. How to take an idea from sketch to prototype, even if you're getting started. And then most importantly, you're going to contribute to something that will go to support the entire academy. This is where we're at. All right. So right now, if you go to your AI builders group, which everybody should be, drop a 0 if you're not inside of that group. Everybody should be in that group at this point. Now, this is where you're going to find your learning, your course is going to be in there. Our discussions are going to be in there. Champ, just take so guys, The reason that you're not in the group is because we sent a series of emails and text messages that gave you the group link directly. You were to click on that and join the group. Go back into your emails and text message, and if you weren't getting anything, that means the email's incorrect. But I'm pretty sure we checked and made sure everybody was getting emails. That's the number one reason why you're not in a group, because you missed one of the messages that required you to sign up for the group. And then you'll be put in a pending status. We'll double check your email, make sure it's you, and then we let you in the group. So, Champ, if you can just take people's names down. And guys, if you're not in the group, please check your email. If you don't have the email and it's not in your spam box, email skytonhelp@gmail.com and just let us know, hey, I'm not in the group. I need the link. And then we're going to get it out to you. All right. We're having issues. Some of our text messages are being blocked. It's a carrier issue. They're just messing with us at this point now. So somebody doesn't want this information to get out. You got to check your spam boxes, guys. We've been trying to hit you guys up, as much as we can without like overdoing it. And that's probably what's creating a lot of things that may seem like spam. Pay attention, lock in. Okay. So the homework for day one, your first assignment is going to be a brainstorming worksheet, which is inside of the academy. I get it. If you don't have the group, you don't have the homework, you're going to have it by tonight. Please check your email first and then email us. We'll send you out the link. Champ, you don't have to do an elaborate email. It's just join here and go. Right? Not too many words. And then we'll send it via text message, and we'll also send it via email when you get it to us. All right? We'll hit you both ways with it. All right? So the number one homework assignment, this is the most important one. This is the brainstorming worksheet. So this is an assignment, and we're on course to finish in an hour. So let me show you I'm going to show you guys the worksheet. Everybody good out there? Champ, how the comments looking?
Yeah, they clean. Everybody who had pending approvals and stuff like that, I'm actually letting you guys in real time. And
Okay, so they're finding the email.
yep,
Guys, this is one of those things, man. You're gonna mess around and miss something. So I don't know what you need to do, clean the inbox out, like something. But this has to be priority, right? There's always gonna be opportunity. So let me share. I have sharing on?
yep.
Okay. This is the brainstorming worksheet. Let me just give you a little background on it before I actually show you guys. No screenshots. You will have it in the course, all right? So this assignment is about getting your ideas flowing. Use the worksheet to reflect on real world problems in your life, community, or industry that could be solved with AI. Don't worry about building yet. Just focus on identifying the pain points or opportunities for automation and support. All right. So when you look at the sheet, I'm going to share it with you guys. And for those of you who are on, I have to send a request. Sharing is not on. Let me know.
That's weird.
Okay, I'm good now. All right. So the first thing you want to do is identify problems worth solving. Think about your life, your work, your daily routines. What feels repetitive, frustrating, or time consuming? What do you or people around you constantly wish was easier? Okay. I'm giving you just some points to point you in the right direction. That's it. I'm not going to come up with the idea for you. All right. What's something you or others always complain about? What do you wish you had more time for? What tasks do you repeat daily, weekly that could be automated? Okay. And I even gave you some prompt lines in this. I came right with this. So write your top 3 problems areas below. This has to be done by the next class. Please. Okay. Explore AI agents use cases. So review the following use case areas. Which ones excite you? Highlight them. Highlight a few that spark ideas. All right. So you have personal productivity, content creation, scheduling reminders. You got the rest. Okay. You guys just kind of go through that, jot down a few use cases where ideas are sparked. Just use this as a theme, guys. If you think of something else that I missed on here, by all means, add it. Okay. And share it if it's something good. Number 3 is going to be that imagination loop. This is the framework. This is the important thing, guys. Don't skip out on this. So we have to imagine what kind of agent do you want to create? Here's an example: an agent that organizes my weekly tasks and sends me reminders. Cool. Break it down. Okay, this is the imagination loop framework. This is worth the squeeze. What are the features, users, and outcomes? Okay, features equals daily reminders, users equal me, you, whoever. Outcomes, stay on track all week. You see how that works? If you're literal, you might struggle a little bit. Okay, just take your time with it. Don't ask AI. Like whatever you do, just don't go to AI. All right, just let this be you, the pen and paper. Okay,
A quick question.
what you
Um,
got?
is this app we're creating right now personal? It's not for business, just for personal?
No. Listen, it could be business or personal. The reason I kept it open is because I don't want people to think that if I don't have a business, then what am I building?
Okay.
Right? But if we started personal, that's usually where most problems need to be solved. Your personal problem,
Okay.
not trying to solve someone else's business issue.
All right.
And if you're going to do business, stay as close to your business as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to be minding our business right now. But
All
if we start personal, think about it. The people in your circle probably go through the same issues every day. I watch my wife make lunch for the children every morning for school.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's trying to figure out, like, what am I going to cook? So what if there was an app that just knew what was in the refrigerator, can give her a list of things and spit out some ideas based on that? Or even give it to the children to make step-by-step instructions. Handle your shit.
Okay.
See where I'm going?
Yep.
I think personal is the easiest thing because it just has you reflecting on your day. And it's like, do you do something every day that you wish someone else could do for you? Right. That's where we're at. So we're going to prompt the AI. What will you ask the AI to do for you? List my top 3 priorities and send me a motivational reminder at 9 a.m. Just giving you an example, right? So the next thing, after you break it down, you prompt the AI, then you review and you refine. This is the part, guys, where you have to go a little bit deeper. Sometimes you have to talk to a friend, bounce the ideas off of people, not the Debbie Downer type people. Steve, you overthinking again? Like, yeah, okay. It's going to make sense one day. I'm thinking. So review and refine. Deploy and share. This is the part I was just telling you about. So how will you test or share this? All right. Try it out for 3 days, then share it with a friend or an accountability partner. Let them try it out and give you feedback. Customer feedback is so needed. All right. So you guys will have access to this inside. You can print it out, print out multiple copies, and just have your way with it. All right. This is important before the next class. So the next thing that we're going to do, the number 2 homework assignment, which is there listed for you, is going to be the starter prompt pack. This assignment is going to help you get hands-on with AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude. Okay. So you'll explore how prompting works and start imagining how AI can help you solve real challenges. So these exercises that I put together will prepare you for thinking creatively and practically about automation and support. All right. So the instruction for this is pick at least one prompt from each of the categories that I give you. I'm going to show you the categories right now. Okay. You're going to pick at least one prompt. If you want to do all of them, then the more prompts, the better you get. You're going to test the prompts in ChatGPT or Claude, whichever one you use, or your preferred AI platform. So guys, if you're using any AI platform that's similar, it's fine. I probably didn't name it. It's not for any reason. Doesn't matter to me. All right. You're going to save or screenshot any response you find useful or inspiring. All right. Be ready to share your favorite prompt and outcome in the next session. I'm going to be calling on people. Share. Right. Because if you listen to me all day, you're just going to think, this guy's, this is what he does, but if you listen to your co-parts, then it's like, okay, we're all part of this. All right. Don't separate me from this. I'm learning as you guys are learning too. I might be a little bit ahead in certain areas, but I'm right here with y'all. All right. But we're moving. And then, so be ready to share. So I'm going to give you some examples of the prompt. Champ, I got sharing on.
Yep.
My guy right there. All right. So idea generations. This is the starter pack prompt I told you about. All right. What are some common problems? These are prompts that you would put inside of AI. to help you with your idea. Okay. What are some common problems faced by blank target audience? Okay. So if using my wife again, for example, okay, so her common problem would be this lunch situation coming up with a menu. So what are the most common problems faced by moms and dads making lunch for the kids in the morning? AI is going to give you a list of things for you to think about. All right. They're just starting points. That's going to help you go a little bit deeper. List 10 startup ideas based on current AI trends. That's a big prompt right there. What's a tool that would make my daily routine easier? That's another prompt. Now, listen, to be exact, you could take the 8 prompts that we gave you. You could feed those into the AI to say, hey, I'm going to be using these 8 tools, but I also want some other tool suggestions that you may have for a beginner. See where I'm going with this? So now when you ask it what tools will make my daily routine easier, it's going to say, hey, you know what? That Chat GPT plus the Notion, and then it could even show you how to utilize both of them. Okay. Suggest a unique use for AI in education. All right. What app would help busy parents save time? So in content creation, I give you a bunch of prompts. In workflow support, I give you a bunch of prompts. Family and personal life. So I've just picked some categories. Generalize, guys. It doesn't stop here. It's just a start point. So in family and personal life, help me build a meal plan for a family of 4. Right? But listen, AI is AI, so you got to tell it, look, I'm a vegetarian. All I eat is Chick-fil-A. Like, just give it as much information as you can in order for it to help you. All right. Create a chore schedule for the 2 kids. Write a bedtime story for my child's name and favorite animal. Suggest screen-free activities for the weekend. That's a big one. We need that. So it's going to give you some ideas of how to keep these kids off the screen and keep them kind of in the real world and not the metaverse. Remind me of any of my appointments every morning. And then for student learning, summarize this paragraph for a 5th grader. Create a quiz based on a science lesson, so you could even help your child kind of, our kids don't even get books anymore. I hear the stuff from my wife, and it's just crazy, right? So now you could actually create practice tests based on a practice test that they have, right? That can give them the different variations of the test. And then if they get certain answers wrong, then we can go a little bit deeper with the AI agent to say, hey, explain how you got to this answer. Help them better understand the subject matter without having to hire an executive functioning coach. Explain this math problem simply. This is basic stuff, guys. All right. We go into coaching and personal development. We go into research and insight. I got some high level guys, Donnie, you on here. This is good for you. Summarize this article in 3 key points. Find trends in remote work tools. List pros and cons of popular note-taking apps. And guys, if you have a business right now, there are prompts that could assist you in either bringing good ideas or suggestions to your company. So if you see yourself doing the same repetitive work, just know that they're working on something. But if you start to build something, that's a value to the company. Make yourself valuable. Make yourself useful and not useless. That one would never age well. That's going to always age well. I got bars out here. All right, what's next? We're almost done, guys. 1 hour. Number 3. So we're going to be doing a course companion brainstorming session. This is where you're going to be able to help Champ and I. So we're building this Skyton Academy AI course companion that will support the Academy students with reminders, video summaries, Q&A, and accountability. This is your opportunity to help shape it. All right. So we'll use ideas as a group to begin creating the first version of this tool. All right. So reflect on your personal experience with online learning. List the biggest challenges that you've had trying to finish courses. Think of 2 to 3 features you wish that an AI could offer you to keep you on track. And then this is optional. If you guys have any name suggestions for this course companion that's fun, personal, and inspiring, I need that. I'm not doing no heavy lifting when it comes down to some of these things, guys. I need you as the student that's taking the stuff that Champ and I create to give us what your pain points are. And drop a 1 in the chat if y'all got any pain points when it comes down to keeping up and too much and how we looking, Champ.
So we got a bunch of 1s.
So people have issues.
Yep.
All right. Now think about this, guys. If we decided to charge for this agent as a as a charge, would it not be worth $5 a month, $10 a month on top of your membership? See where I'm going? But as a business owner, I have to look at it and say, all right, well, we can make more money, but then the $50 is cool. It's nothing to really build this. And then when they have it, they have an assistant that comes with the $50. That's going to create more what? Retention. Right? So do y'all want to pay more or do y'all want it included in the academy? Just put pay and put free. What's it looking like, bro?
Free,
Overall.
free, pay, free.
Right. And that's exactly what I would do. I would look at it as something that, in addition to, that's going to help you guys, one, stay on course, two, stay in the academy longer, right? Because the retention is what matters. I don't care about $50 or even $1 the first month and you leave. That doesn't do anything. And I don't personally care when people leave like that. But if the retention is there, it builds a community of like-minded individuals, right? It keeps us closer to the information and pulse. And it's just a lot more fun when you have more people around you. I feel. And don't get me wrong, it is more money at the end of the day. So I would build this as a value add, right? Even though I know there's value as in addition to. So you guys will get the free. But you have to help me do the work. If I'm doing all the heavy lifting and I don't get anything, any ideas from you guys, then I might have to pay. Maybe. All right. So that's the 3 homework assignments that's in there. You guys have access to the assignments. Those are the only things that are open right now when you go to the course, right? You won't have access to the course if you don't have access to the group. All right, we're taking care of you guys. We noticed that some people came in pending. That means you must have missed the email. If you didn't miss the email, I just want you guys to email us at skytonhelp@gmail.com, and we're going to make sure that you get the link as soon as tonight. We can get back to you too. And to be honest, Champ, if you let people in here, guys, if you don't have the email, Champ, just copy the link right now and then just personally message them right now. Right? You there? Oh, okay. I had moved my screen, so I didn't hear. So guys, that pivot I just made, this Champ will tell you this is all day. Right? That's a pivot that you make in your business. I could have inundated him with emails, 5 or 6 people, right? For them to have to wait for him to respond back to each one of them in 2 different ways, as opposed to saying, you know what, if you're still a 0, put a 0 in, Champ, send him a direct message right now, grab the chat message immediately, click it, go. This is what all you guys are going to have to do in your business. You're going to have either, if you don't do that, you need to just get an architect or somebody that can like find those pain points for you. And if you can't find a pain point, guess who's going to give you those ideas? The customer. And it's not always good to get it from the customer. They'll rather cancel before helping you when it's too difficult. That's why I always tell Champ, what is it? We build for a simple mind. And it's not a dig at anybody. I'm just telling you that we build to make sure that people can see the button. It's clearly defined. It's titled correctly. There's no guessing in it. When the customer is a confused customer is not a buyer. That's a basic principle of sales. You don't know what you're buying. All right, let me just make sure that I covered everything. Like I said, guys, in the coursework, I'm not even going to use this video. I'm going to give you guys clean video on each section, the 4 sections we went over today, so you'll be able to watch it over, and you'll have the full access to this if you want to catch anything. But for the most part, I'm staying on course on this one. We don't have time to veer off. And then I'm noticing that veering off does cause more confusion if I say something that people may not catch up on. All right, so Champ, you're taking care of the zeros?
Yeah. Private messages were already sent. Go ahead and join now so I can let you guys in.
And guys, listen, if you don't click it now and we go off the Zoom, you don't get access to the chat, right? So just do it in real time. If somebody misses the bus, skytonhelp@gmail.com. But I don't think anybody's going to miss the bus on this one. Do you think, Champ?
Nah.
You sure?
About 86%.
He going to bet 1,000 XRP on that one.
Not at all.
I'm not gonna call you out if you missed the boat on this one, but come on, guys. We got more difficult things to do. Any questions? I'm done. Day one, session one. Any questions? And listen, we have a chat too, so please, by all means, we have a general chat. Drop some questions, drop some inspiration. Just use it for what it is. We could have a good conversation on that side. Did you feel any questions, Champ?
No questions.
How many people we have total in the room?
And you guys don't have nothing. 32 right now.
And nobody has a question.
No questions.
All right. So when I start speeding this train up, I'm not coming back to this lesson again. I'm letting you know it's stroll or not. We're slowly taking off right now. Forever hold your peace. Is there any suggestions or comments or praises or like, you bullshitting? Feedback.
Pretty straightforward. Homework, we ready to work.
All right.
We'll have some more questions once we put in some work.
And guys, I didn't expect any questions because I'll be honest, I was so intentional on the way I built this to make sure that nobody would be lost. And even after you go over it and you see the documents that I gave, you're going to have a greater understanding of it outside of just listening to me for this past hour. All right, we got work to do. I want to see magic made in this academy. This is the first group, AI Builders Group. May not be the last group, but the first group is always a special group. Always. All right, this is off record, guys, but I'm going to give you an insight to something that's happening right now. All right. And we're going to deliver this tomorrow, but you guys could be first. All right. There's 32 people in this room. Formless XYZ, we interviewed the owner, CEO, just last week, right? We talked about putting the content for .connect 97 on the Formless platform. We've done that. Okay. It's listed at like 97 cents. Okay. We have how many positions now for ownership?
20.
We allowed. So what we did was we did a 50-50 revenue split. The academy takes 50% and the academy gives up 50% of the revenue from that video. All right. Now, this is called the creator's economy. For those of you that weren't on the call, you won't be able to see the call unless you purchase the content. All right. We're just testing this thing out. It's 97 cents, guys. It's not going to break the bank. Now, what we talked about on there was the ability for content creators to make money without direct to consumer, right? So on YouTube, we have to do 1 million streams to get like $100. There's no money in that, right? So in Formless, we're allowed to put up content and then we can share the revenue with people. So we decided to open it up to 25 people, right? 25 individuals can now buy it for 97 cents. And if there's a slot open to become a owner of it, you can actually purchase it. Now, here's the thing. When you purchase the clip to watch it and you become an owner or part of the revenue share, we want you to like send it to people too, right? Because if I have 25 people that are like getting this out to their group and doing whatever, then that means you get the revenue share. So if we make $1,000 off of this, Champ and I get 500 as the academy, and then 500 is split between 25 people. Think about it. $500 is going to be split between 25 people, and that means you paid $97. It's possible. So imagine all that content that has 1,000 views and all that. Imagine if those views you were able to monetize off of that as a viewer, a listener. That's the creator economy that's coming right now. So when I tell you that you don't really need to worry yourself about losing a job and things like that. One, because you're going to know how to build systems. Two, you're going to be an architect messing with us. Three, you're going to understand creator economy and be in a situation where you understand how the internet works. So when you pay us $50 a month, it's not about cryptocurrency, professional development person. It's going a little bit deeper than that. And I think you guys can see it right now. Okay. This stuff is invaluable. How many, and we've already sold spots and he only features us and we got rid of how many spots already?
25, but it's 20 available right now. 21.
21 available?
Yep.
Okay, so when he put us in feature, that means that anybody on that platform can see it as a feature and buy into the and we don't know any of these people. I'll be honest. It wasn't Champ and I. Well, Champ did buy one to test the
I bought one. Yeah.
functionality of it. So one person is Champ, but normally we wouldn't buy it. We want you guys to be part of the revenue stream. So there's 21 slots right now. If you guys want to get in on it to see how the creator economy works before tomorrow, because I guarantee you we're going to be sold out. But what's going to happen is anybody that gets in today, by tomorrow when we put this out there, and then by .connect when we put it out there, and then by the time it goes to YouTube, we should be able to get some money rolling into this situation right now.
So Steve, you give me the green light. You tell me to drop it, I drop it.
No, they got to tell me to drop it.
So what y'all gonna do in the chat?
And if we can't sell it out with 32 people on here at 97 cents, bro, I'm gonna find another thing to do in life. I'm thinking of running a resort, maybe moving away for good, jumping offline forever. Like if we can't sell 21 of these with 32 people on the call that are members, I might retire.
Stop talking crazy. Drop it. Drop it. Champ, don't cheat me, bro. Stop talking crazy.
All right, Champ, drop the link.
It's dropped.
It's our first. And understand, guys, this was just a regular .connect, but what Champ and I are thinking of doing is creating like exclusive content, like stuff that y'all don't even hear. You understand? And when you hear it for the first time and you able to get on first, and that's the thing we're going to do is we're going to go in-house first before we get it out. But at some point, if the creator economy picks up on it and they start to follow us and things hit their inbox, we're not in control of it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about this one. They got it?
Yep, they got it. Have at it. And the integration, the payment, how you make the payment and everything is super easy.
And you're on ramping with USDC, but they're allowing you to use Apple Pay and all that other stuff, guys. $2 is your minimum. So even though it's 97 cents, just load up like $5 or whatever. You don't want a whole bunch of simple transactions. Put $5-10 on there. You never know. They might be an artist, some music, another piece of content that we put out later. And then that saves you time, right? Because the next time you have to on ramp, your wallet is already full with some money. And you're just able to get in and able to buy and able to be and have ownership position. We could open ownership up to 25, 50, and 100 people. Right? We decided not to go 100 because I was just like, you know what? Nah, let's. Of course, the lease would be the lease. You have more in revenue share, but when we have the most, we could expand our reach. So it's not that 25 would be better than 50 or 100. If we have 25 people moving like rabid animals and getting this thing out, that's different. But if we have 100 people moving like rabid animals getting this thing out, that's 4 times the output.
Yeah.
So don't buy it and not share it. Put it that way. If everybody holds their weight in creator economy, it all should be coming back. At the least, you should get your 97 cents back. Yep. At the least.
For sure.
Because right now with the people, we're up to like what, $4, $5 in the wallets now?
Mm-hmm. 4, yep.
All right. And guys, you get paid immediately. That's another thing. That's probably why the wallet is that price, because they were paid out already. So the smart contract has you paid out immediately. Anytime somebody buys the content, you are rewarded instantly.
Yeah.
And we're cooking some stuff in the background with him too. And I connected him with some stuff that's already I'm hearing is moving with meetings in the works. So
let's go.
The part 2 is gonna be the execution. Because I'm just sitting back. I'm having a good old time with this. And I'm not even asking for anything. Don't see how to join. I'm stuck. All right, guys. I don't know. We're definitely not training on that one.
Because it's super easy.
I know it's new. You're used to going to YouTube and just hitting play and, like, we don't make no money on YouTube, guys. Rarely. So you buy first and then you join the split.
I was just about to say that. Make sure you click the button, because once it shows purchase, you're going to load up your money first, right? Pay for it. Once it says purchase, there's a white button. If it's still available, if there's still slots available for you to partake in revenue sharing, click that button, join splits, and it'll show up in your account. And you'll be able to access the entire episode or whatever content it is that you just purchased. You'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to see the revenue.
And share it. That's the important part.
Facts.
All right. So we're not putting it on YouTube. But the whole video we're not putting on YouTube. Tomorrow we're actually dropping a video. We have an explainer, and then we took a piece of the content to just kind of give people a teaser.
Yeah.
And then that's then going to drive you back. So once we go tomorrow with members only, and then we go to YouTube live, 25 is history.
Let's go.
But you guys have the opportunity because by tomorrow, I know they're gonna call bullshit on that too. But it's just the power of it. It's not a big deal. We're gonna have more content.
Mm-hmm.
And then before I go, if y'all want to hear one of Champ's tracks on the platform, drop a fire emoji. Push this bear up the tree. And if y'all want it to be a theme, an anthem for the academy, drop more fire emojis. All right, Champ.
All right.
Spoken.
Let's get it.
All right, so we got our marching order thing. I'll have the dates going out to you guys. Good. Look out for some emails. Yeah, we're gonna see you in session 2. So session 1, homework. We carried into session 2, and in session 2, we're gonna start to build off of what we learned in 1. So if you didn't do 1, you're good. You're gonna be behind moving forward. And we're not gonna slow down, guys. If you ask any questions about session 1, you're cooked. Now, if you weren't on the call, that's a different situation, but they'll have access to the playback. Take us out.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first live call, and it was amazing. What we covered today wasn't just theory, it was the ignition of a new mindset. You now understand the agent loop process, how AI can sense, think, and act, and more importantly, how it can be trained to do this for you, solving problems, saving time, and unlocking new possibilities. This is where imagination meets implementation. So here's the truth. The people who build with this right now, they're the ones who will lead tomorrow. So as you move into this next week, the one question to keep in your mind is what part of my life or business could be radically improved by an agent that senses, thinks, and acts on my behalf. This next session, we're not just exploring ideas. We're getting one step closer to actually launching. So let's keep building. Peace.